here I've got a Flashforge Adventurer 5M 3D printer that I recently bought for $2.79 off of Amazon, and this is replacing my old XYZprinting Da Vinci 1.0. So we're going to unbox it today and take a look at it. Oh, nice packing film. So let's see. After sales service. Basically just a pamphlet about that. Then our quick start guide, which we'll take a look at shortly. So let me get this printer out of its carton and up here on the workbench. Let's take those pieces off. Alright, get it up on the workbench. This is the back side of it. Some accessories. Obviously there's our PTFE tube. The line that goes to our extruder. Got some sample PLA filament. Burnt titanium. There's our power cord, because I don't have a million of those already. And then there is our display that we need to install right here. Let's move some of these foam bits. Okay, I'm going to have to move that part back. Let's foam out the way first. Okay, so that back so it's this way. So that should come up. And then here's our box of accessories. And another piece of foam right in the front here. Let's hold the magnetic build plate. There's our magnetic build plate. Pops out like so. Okay, plenty of strong magnets. Hold that nice and firm. Let's look at our accessory box here. So here's our piece that's kind of fallen out of the side there. This is where our filament spool would go on. We have some little nippers, which I have some already, but these are nice and clean. Screwdriver and a couple of Allen wrenches for assembly. Let's see. Got some fasteners. And let's see, this is a 3D printing adhesive, so basically a glue stick. And you got a pin here for helping with cleaning. What else we got? This is grease to help with lubrication. Oh, that's our accessories box. Alright, let's hit the quick start guide, because usually the first thing we have to do is assemble that LCD screen. So first part I'm going to go ahead and do is install the screen. So here's where the actual part goes in, and the lever goes in that direction. And this is where we can plug in the optional Flashforge camera that we can get as an add-on for this that's standard in the 5M Pro. So let's go ahead and see if we can get this screen set up. So, in the corner here we need to pull the tape away so we can expose this ribbon cable. I'm going to have to be careful with this because I have seen torn ribbon cables before just trying to pull tape away from them. Alright, I think it's that part. Now, I'm surprised that the cable is angled like this, yet the screen has it that direction. Kind of already not liking how they got that cable oriented in there. Do with how it is. Okay, the ribbon is in there. Let's flip this bar down. Okay, and that secures it. I just really don't like how they got it being twisted like this. I just do not like this orientation. I do. Gotta get the clips in here too. Goes like that. Personally, I'm not kind of a fan how they have the cable twisted for the installation like that, but that's how they have it. Alright, let's look at the rest of it. So I need to install our PTFE tube now to our extruder mechanism. And the other end goes into our sensor in the back there. See if we can move that just like that. On this side. Now for the time being, I'm going to skip installing the filament holder, which would normally go right here. I'm just going to skip that because I've got a whole bunch of filament rolls left over from my other printer that are ABS I'll try eventually. So I'm just going to leave the spool holder off for the time being. So the next bit I need to do is I need to unlock the print bed, and there are some screws we need to take out. So I will use the toolkit for this. And there are 3 Allen head screws that need to be removed. This is the size it needs. So do this. So pretty much it's just putting in the power cable and doing initial setup and seeing how that works. So I actually have a power cable sitting over here already, which I will use. I don't have to take one out from the package. This one is fairly short. So, okay, on the back side. Of course, I'm going to need to be able to see it. And let's see, I believe there's a voltage selector switch on this I need to make sure is set for 120. Since we're not running it on 240. Since we're not, let's see. No, I don't see anything of a voltage selector switch back here. Is this? Alright, I guess we're ready for the initial power on and setup. See what happens. Switch. There's a Goofy and Flashforge logo. So it's probably going to require setup of its language, Wi-Fi, and a couple of other things. Nothing like a little MIDI startup tune. Okay, it's on English. Printing preparation. Confirm all packing materials were taken out. Printer needs to be calibrated for the current environment. Heated bed is unlocked. Should be unlocked. Let's see. And turn on Wi-Fi. Might as well get that set up while we're here. Now, if you have an Ethernet hub or switch or something nearby you can plug into that's near the printer, you could use the Ethernet connection on the back, and then you don't have to use Wi-Fi. You can have a direct wired Ethernet connection if you're using that. Oh, this supports 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi. I can see my 5 gigahertz internet connection. Put this in. Let's see. It won't surprise me if this connects to Wi-Fi and then tells me that there's an update it wants to download. Because usually they have firmware updates, and it probably has one available for the unit. Okay, connected. 0.39. So it's 1 point below my Bitcoin miner. Update records, yeah. Firmware's updated. So it's already, as I said, wanted to do a firmware update. Might as well check on my iPad for the software that it wants. Okay, update completed. Please restart printer. Okay, it stays on a few seconds after I unplug it. Let's plug it back in. skip. So I might as well let it do calibration. We'll worry about the app stuff later. So here's the calibration phase. And we can see on the display panel there that it's heating up the extruder in the platform because we need to have them hot, like if it was actually printing something, because of thermal expansion. And that way we can get accurate measurements for the calibration phase. Let's bring this back down. I can hear what they mean by those cooling fans being pretty loud on this thing. Now it's doing a vibration test. once it is completed, now it wants us to load the filament. So I'm going to use the PLA that they gave. So let's take this. Got it right there by the extruder. So now we need to command it to extrude or load. Let's get it preheat. Let's see, I believe that fan magnetically clips on. Yeah, it does. And you should be pulling the filament into the heater now. Okay, it's starting to extrude out the head. And it had some red loaded into there from the factory. I do like that it coils because that means it's coming out pretty well. Okay, loading complete. There's a little bit of extruded PLA. Now it says we can print something. So it's going to print out the test block. And we can see our bed is heating up. And it's waiting for the bed to heat up before it starts heating the extruder back to temperature. Now, I'm not going to put any glue down on the base. I just want to see how well it sticks without having to use any glue, because some people say you don't have to use glue, others say you do. So we'll find out here. And the target temperature is 55°C. We can see it on the side of the display there. You can also see the printer name up in the upper left corner, including our Wi-Fi status and some other indications. Okay, we can see it's just told the extruder to start heating up to 230 degrees Celsius now that the bed is up to temperature. And then it should start printing here pretty quick. It's definitely shaking the bench, but it should have compensated for that. And again, it is really shaking the bench here, but the place where my Da Vinci is that this printer is going to go in is going to be a lot more secure than the bench here. And printing has finished after 3 minutes. Okay. And now the printer is basically ready for use. Looks like it's sticking on there pretty well. There's our cube. And I say just for making a little block, I'd say that turned out pretty good, even considering how much vibration this thing was having on the workbench here, because this workbench is not the most secure. But that's the Flashforge Adventurer 5M. Maybe I'll put a little something extra on here with something I actually want it to print.